Hi, so this is going to be a two-part message. One for the people who are single, the other for people in a connection. So let me explain. Single meaning like you're not dating, you're not in a relationship, you're not in a situationship. It's just you, right? And a connection meaning relationship, marriage, or situationship even. Because that is still a connection, just untitled. So let's jump on in. Part one, first message. Those of you who are single as defined, that I just defined, what that means. Meaning you're not dating, you're not in a relationship, you're not in a situationship. It's just you. No one's really in the picture. What's your message at this time? Truth be told. Okay. Yeah, it's fill your time up right now with learning other things, learning new things, studying yourself, studying new interests, studying new hobbies, studying how to upgrade your life in terms of better business, more financial stability, tapping back into your creativity, new skills, new crafts. Basically, I'm hearing on one hand, the month of April is a changing point for you. And leading up into that point, you're supposed to be focusing on these things. So it's kind of like you are in such solitude, so solo right now for a reason, because you're meant to be in this mode of self-discovery, of questioning, of being inquisitive, of not having those distractions, or because you are evolving into the next level that will be a better partner, a better fit, and even wiser for when you do start to get back into a connection at some point. So, and the kind of connection that you draw in is going to depend on what you're doing now leading up to it. But the month of April, for whatever reason, I'm hearing is very significant in all of this and is a changing point for you as well. Specifically as to what, I don't know. I do feel it ties into the message that I just gave in some way. Remember, this is a collective reading. But I do see future plans together, and happy union is on the bottom. I love that for you. So either maybe some of you will be meeting someone around April, or it could be that you're continuing to evolve in and around April, and Spirit is just letting you know that at some point, even if you're questioning back and looking back, like, where is this? When is the connection going to happen? It is going to get to a point to where you do have someone where you are making future plans together, and it could be a happy union, all of that energy. So if you made it this far, send me a B emoji, like, comment, share, subscribe, all the things. Now let's get into those of you who are in a connection. What is your message at this time? Truth be told. In a connection, meaning in a relationship, a situationship, a marriage. You're in a connection, you're dating. What is your message at this time? Okay. Over here, Two of Flames caught my eye. Two of Wands, Two of Flames energy. So, okay, for some reason, I'm hearing something about July being significant for those of you in a connection for when you're seeing this. This feels like a reminder that the serious, true, committed, healthy love, partnership, companionship, the flame of it, or the so-called chemistry of it, it's going to have its moments where that flame, honestly, I wouldn't say it comes and goes completely, not for everybody, again, collective reading, but the flame might be not as bright at times, but at the end of the day, there's an energy of peace and true, genuine connection and friendship that allows for something to be long lasting, right? And even when it comes to compatible companionship and partnering for other family members, whether that's parenting or whether it's just the other people close in your life. So I think what Spirit is trying to say is that it's important to understand, remember that sometimes peace and friendship can be more important to building a long-lasting life partnership rather than having it be like such a bright flame torch and chemistry at all times, because that's not how life works. It's ups and downs. So if you find yourself being driven only by this concept of chemistry and butterflies, it's probably time to reframe your mindset and thinking and maybe look at your connection more closely. Because if you're feeling confused, if you are questioning it or constantly wondering where's it going, how they're feeling, then maybe it's not a representation of this. Maybe it's letting you know that this is out there, but maybe not with who you're currently involved with. For others of you, if you do feel like you already have this and already in this, keep fueling that fire. Meaning, you still do want to find ways to keep things spicy in the chemistry, but also you are understanding that there are bigger, more important things than just that when it comes to a long-lasting partnerships, especially when it comes to building a family and a future and a legacy and all of those things together. So I'm seeing joy, I'm seeing happiness. There's all smiles all around. So for those of you, again, if you already feel like you have this, you're not confused. You feel that peace, you feel that comfort, you feel that joy, you feel protected, all of that healthy, right? Then just continue to fuel that, continue to do check-ins, continue to temperature check the relationship that you have to see that you're all on the same page or clear up any past confusion, because it's not going to be perfect at all times. For others of you, if you are feeling confused and questioning if you will have this, if the person can give you this, but you are feeling like, but we have a connection, but we have a chemistry, understand that that is not always as important. You can have a connection with anybody. You can have a chemistry with anyone. Like you can meet someone on the bus and vibe with that person. That's a form of chemistry. You know what I mean? It means you mix well together. It does not necessarily mean it equals long-term life partnerships. So that for those of you that are in that spot, it might be time to reevaluate the levels of significance of what's most important. Deeper love developing and friendship. Can't make this up. What did I say? I said friendship is sometimes more important for a long-lasting life partnership and deeper love developing. So for some of you have it and it continues. And for others of you, what I'm saying is if you don't have it yet and you're in that slot of confusion, then I think what Spirit is trying to show you in this message is that this is where you want to be. That's what you want to get to. And if you don't see that being reflected in who the connection you're dealing with, then what's chemistry got to do with it? What's connection got to do with it? You know what I mean? So, super nerd moment, but Voldemort and Harry Potter were connected. And Vecna and Will were connected. You know what I'm saying? Like, and all those kids in Stranger Things. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's harmonious just to have a connection. All right, that's all I gotta say. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you made it this far, send me a flame emoji. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all the things. And I'll talk to you another time. Bye.